morning and welcome back to Reading Wednesday. Today I'm going to be reading the prologue and the first chapter, which is very short, of Stowaway on the Titanic, the untold story of Nellie Harper. This is a book I wrote and it's available on Amazon, and I will put a QR code that you can click on or the link if you would like to purchase this book. It is a novel, it's a full-length book, but I'm going to read the prologue and the first chapter today for Reading Wednesday. If you like what I've read and you'd like me to continue reading this, please leave a comment below and let me know you would like me to continue with this book on Reading Wednesdays. This is Real American Conversations, and I hope that as I'm reading, you are able to follow along, that you are able to learn some actual conversational English. So again, it is Stowaway on the Titanic, the untold story of Nellie Harper. And this is the prologue, April, present day. The attic smelled of dust, dried lavender, and thyme. Sunlight filtered in through the narrow window, casting golden streaks across boxes labeled in my grandmother's delicate cursive. Summer hats, letters to Lucille, Christmas china. I hadn't meant to open the old trunk, not today, but something about the way the light caught the brass clasp made me pause. The trunk was hidden behind a rack of wool coats and long forgotten shawls and headscarves. The trunk was different from others, worn leather, brass corners, and a lock that had surrendered long ago to rust and age. I knelt beside it, brushing away years of silence, and opened the lid. A soft sigh of air escaped as though the trunk itself had been holding its breath, waiting for someone to discover the truths held within. Inside, beneath the layers of yellowed newspapers and lace doilies, lay a bundle wrapped in oilcloth. My fingers tingled as I pulled it free. The cloth fell away to reveal a journal. It was leather-bound, cracked with age, but somehow still intact. On the first page, in small, looping script, were 5 words. Property of Nellie Harper, April 10th, 1912. I blinked. The date tugged at something in the back of my mind. Then it hit me. The Titanic. My breath caught in my throat as I turned the page. My hands trembled as I held the journal open. The first excerpt jumped out at me. They'll never look for me in the crate, not with all the linens piled high. I have to hide now. If they catch me, I will be sent back. I am not going back, not ever. As I sat there in the attic looking at a journal filled with the penmanship of my grandmother, I wondered, who was Nellie? And what was this journal doing amongst my grandmother's things? And now we go to chapter 1, Stowaway in the Shadows. The Belfast docks bustled with the sound of shouting sailors and groaning cranes. The huge ship swayed slightly with gentle waves. This was to be the maiden voyage of the largest cruise liner in history, the Titanic. Nellie crouched low behind a stack of crates marked for the Titanic. Her heart was pounding in her ears. She remained still, her knees pressing into her chest. She watched the bustle of the dock workers loading crates onto the grand ship that loomed above them. The RMS Titanic. Her heart pounded with a mix of terror and hope. She had not eaten since yesterday, or perhaps the day before. She couldn't remember. Her last slice of bread was traded for a wool cap that was meant to help her blend in among the errand boys and porters. Her coat was too big, stolen from the back of a pub where patrons had drunk themselves into forgetfulness. Nellie kept her chin low and moved only when no one was looking. The ship loomed ahead like a castle on the sea. Towering and proud, all polished brass and gleaming white hull. Nellie had never seen anything so beautiful. She nearly forgot that she was to be hiding, mesmerized by the majesty of the ship and the monumental endeavor she had made to procure her freedom. The crate she had scouted earlier was now open. Its lid was lifted off and set aside as dock hands waited for the manifest checks. With the stealth of a stray cat, Nellie darted forward. She moved quickly but low, heart pounding in her ears, louder than the bustle around her. Nellie crawled inside and pulled linens over her head. She created a small tent with some of the cloth so she could breathe. The crate became dark as the lid was settled on top of it. In the last second, before it was pressed into place, Nellie shoved a bunched-up bit of cloth between the lid and the crate rim. Being in a hurry to get the crates loaded and to their respective compartments, the dock workers didn't notice that the lid did not fit squarely down. Nellie's knees ached from crouching and her back shivered against the cold wood, but she remained still. Wood creaked. The crate tilted back and forth as it was being carried by the workers onto the ship. Nellie curled tighter, biting her knuckles to keep from crying out. The crate was tipped back and forth in rhythm of the trudging footsteps of the men carrying it. Nellie felt her stomach lurch, but managed to avoid vomiting. The crate was finally dropped into place with a great thud. She was on board. Every footstep on the wooden dock made her freeze and hold her breath. She prayed silently that she would not be discovered. Then the crate shifted suddenly, lifted by unseen hands. She heard a grunt and then a whistle. She bit down a gasp. The world tilted and jolted again. Nellie curled tighter, clutching the one object she had kept from her old life, a small tin button once sewn onto her mother's coat. She whispered to it like a prayer. "I'll be someone new," she breathed, "someone who belongs." For the first time in her 11 years, Nellie felt hope, real, bone-deep, terrifying hope. I hope you enjoyed the prologue in Chapter 1. If you would like me to continue reading on Reading Wednesday for Real American Conversations, please comment below and I will continue reading this book for you. I hope you're getting a lot of information as English as your second language, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a blessed day.